Go for it.
Okay, so I had an issue and I was trying to figure out what to do. My table, I think, is a little too narrow. So if you can imagine, usually we get top stretchers. This is about the same width of a top stretcher, about 5 inches. So when the bander sends the belt sends a part back, it's usually about right here, and then it'll come back. Sometimes it'll have that little bit hanging over, and the speed of the conveyor belt depends on where the stretcher goes. So if it's going at the normal speed that I have, then sometimes it'll have a tendency to slide off. But even if I center my table or pull it more this way, now my stretcher's fine. It can come off and usually stay on the table. But when I have a longer piece that's more narrow like this is, sometimes it'll come and it'll have a tendency to fall off the table because of the speed that the belt is going. And I can't adjust the speed to each individual part because I would be wasting time changing my adjustment settings on the conveyor belt. So I'm looking to just basically extend my table, so I don't have to worry about having to move my table back and forth or finding the perfect center for this table. So I'm just going to try to think of an extension, how to come up with that, and we'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. I've got my extension, and the material is pretty important. I found out that this 1-inch material can fit directly in this slot perfectly. And since we want it to be removable, all it's going to do is slide in. I've got 3 slots here that I can fit that 1-inch material. So, and I've got support. You can see I've got 2 pieces supporting it, so it's not flimsy, and it's pretty sturdy. So it's not glued together, but I've got screws in place. The only part that's glued are these front ends right here, and I don't want this to be glued in case I got to replace this part. I can still reuse all these bottom pieces. I just have to replace this top one. So this is pretty easy. All you do is line up the front, line up the back here, and it slides right in. You can see it's pretty sturdy. Nothing that heavy is ever going to be too much for this. I don't run too heavy of parts. If I run countertops, this is still pretty sturdy. As you can see, I'm putting force on it. It's pretty sturdy material, and it's just a simple fix. It took me about 30 minutes to get all the pieces and a little bit more time to make it. So it's just an easy solution. Now I don't have to worry about my parts falling off, and I get a good solid structure. Thank you.